Today, we want for can lay na table. We na the diaspora come 2023. If we go able for vote. But remember, before voting, get for register. And how that one they go happen. But the end point is us voting. But the process we go lead to we for able for voting at the diaspora, now one can look at. Because I go take you back to when the neck boss, then be swear I'm in na status in July. Waiting he be say then, waiting he say now, and moving forward. If we na the diaspora really want for make we able for exercise that we right there for vote, what till we go can discuss now, what till we think say we need for do, so that the government of Sierra Leone go no say indeed we want for vote. But not forget to say election is not cheap. And the process we go get we na the diaspora for vote, it gets for come at a cost. But what you want say, it say if it come at a cost, are we not playing our own part in Sierra Leone? We they do, you know. Make them go check back. If we can't say just not everybody now, at the end of, what's this? This is October. At the end of September, how much money we send? Make Ukamba. Or from the start of the year, where they say COVID-19, where they say lockdown, how much we can send now? So, in any kind of way, we serve the contribute. So, man, we don't give up in saloon passport. We're not talking to you. So if now you, they are just push corner and are southful. When they talk to some of we still honor and carry with saloon passport. Because we have to can dissect all the areas, then they make we able to understand. If you don't give up anything, you ready for fly go salon, you get that you blue book or you red book or you color book or fusa you day. My dear, we're not talking to you. You just go corner side first. Because you still get for established you're a Sierra Leonean. How they can do. Make we look within the COVID-19 status updates. Look like for we today. 639 tests now in the labs can be analyzed in the past 24 hours. 639 tests. Out of them 639 tests there, 6 turn out for be positive. 6 turn out for be positive. If we want for break, then 6 positive cases here by district. That's how it look like. Western area urban 3, Port Local 1, Kailan 1, and boy, oh boy, Diaspora 1. Yes, inbound passengers, somebody from the diaspora don't go again and test positive for COVID-19 in a saloon. We don't care the total of positive cases them na saloon for people and from the diaspora to 20. Diaspora they lead for the buy and carrying. So then still they tell we say that's the reason why we say una for pay that $80 una they come. Because we need for test una for say una not come with COVID-19 inside saloon. Make we look the other numbers then, waiting they look like. Because of the 6 positive cases we don't get today, the cumulative confirmed positive case number now don't reach 2,315. For the past 24 hours, we lost 1 person to COVID-19 after almost 1 month. After almost 1 month, we lost 1 person to COVID-19 na salon. 38-year-old male and he been lost the battle to COVID-19 at the 34 military hospital na Freetown. We pray say in soul and all the one them who don't lost to COVID-19 then go rest in peace. And we pray say the family them go take heart. May God give them good road. Active cases na isolation center 499. Recoveries. For the past 24 hours, we get 5 recoveries. And then 5 recoveries there, 4 now from the 34 military hospital, and 1 now from self-isolation. 5 recoveries. And because of them 5 recoveries here, the recovery number will reach 1,743 now na Salone. 1,743 people that they don't beat COVID-19 na Salone. The one them with in quarantine na 206. The one them with on discharge from quarantine na Salone na 11,635. Now so the numbers them look like for today, the 14th day of October 2020 na Salone. As we can always say, please, COVID-19 is real. After 1 month, a 38 years of age lost the battle to COVID-19 na Salone. Please try for keep yourself safe. Yeri, waiting the well body people and they say, na Salone and any side where you dey na the world. So that at the end of the day, we all go meet up for jam body after COVID done. Now to our program proper. July 28, 2020. Now we see the new NEC boss, Mohamed Kone, being subscribed to the oath of office. And before that July 28th day, small draw been there. Now and then they will be done deal with them. But while that God they be there on for say then go approve and not go approve them, it be for don't resign, enough for don't resign, all the thing will be happen behind them in front of camera and all these things. That one they been passed. But the NGC representative in parliament, Dr. Keller Keller, he be get a question for Mohamed Kone when at the NEC boss. What in this question be related to? The question be related to me and you within the diaspora. For say, even the past election, people in the grumble say, oh, then at the diaspora, we want for vote. We want for exercise. We right for vote. What would they talk about within the diaspora? We're not only talking about United States. No. We talk about we were not in a Salone. So for even the one that within a Guinea, within a Liberia, within all, even at the African countries then, we are all in this together. So make person feel say we just talk for preference for say because we the other parts them so we want not for consider the one them way they like Kuwait and all these places. No. Now for we all we they talk for we all. But election is not cheap and there is a process. Now this process I want make me you can listen small from the NEC boss. Before he take the oath of office, Dr. Keller, he asked him a question. let we listen to waiting ask him and make we waiting na being in your answer at that time in July. I can let for go back. So in case we don't forget, if you be listening now, we will do a program on the neck boss in commissioning. You remember say, me naya I be tell and say, this particular one will not go left and so. Not at all. Will not go left and so. We na the diaspora, we too they send money in a salon. As Sierra Leoneans them, we carry salon passport. Now where they talk for, and they talk for you, we don't give up your salon passport. We carry salon passport. We too, they send money in a salon for take care of things them, for add, to Sierra Leone, for make we are ignored. Or for say you get for pay $2,000, go back and forth, go register, come back, go vote. The people that, not to say, but then some people in the door. Yes, even the neck boss he do. Ingo, no, not to me talk for Ingo can't tell we. Saying say if you be do because waiting do now somebody from the diaspora. A person from the diaspora, yeah. But waiting at the say, let me listen first. Waiting, Dr. Kande Keller be ask the neck boss before then began the mantle. Yeah, let me listen. Waiting a be the question.
If the system is corrupt, the leader can't do much. The Electoral Act already allows diasporans to vote in their countries of residence.
Dr. Kande Keller. I remember that I will do the program now. Yeah? People and they say, how in this, how in that, because it said the Electoral Act already don't give we na the diaspora. We were not in a salon. The Electoral Act don't already give we that right there for vote. As long as we're able to verify, say, we are Sierra Leonean, we carry the salon passport, we are citizens of Sierra Leone. Thank God to sim no kanda side. Because if to sim kanda side, well, na in that too, then we eliminate we. So, but as long as to sim no kanda, we get the right for vote. So, with all due diligence, I think, say, Dr. Kande Keller, we don't do your homework. Now, I make it cut that part there. But listen, yeah? Listen to how the question carry on.
What has been missing over time is the process for them to vote. Guineans vote in Sierra Leone. They vote outside. Senegalese can vote anywhere. What would you do to ensure that in 2023, diasporans can register and vote in their countries of residence as others have been able to do other African countries?
Waiting Ingo able for do, for make me and you, we na Sierra Leone citizens, we not the inside salon, go able for one, register, and two, vote. Because the first part of in question say, it did not the act already. It did it. Well, we listen, waiting, that end in not being, don't take up the mantle of office too, but listen what he been say.
If I go to NEC, I'm going to review what has been said about NEC, what has been said about elections, and what we have in terms of human resources, in terms of the financial resources. With regard to the voting, what are we not saying? How are we going to do that? But it's something that needs to be considered.
He say in regards to the voting, now something we get for need for consider. But remember all the financial aspect, the human capability aspect, all in there, the inside for make me and you. We na Sierra Leone citizens and we they out of salon go able for vote. Mr. Kone, maybe don't tell you, sir. This case, Adebienam. Any side where you go, where you talk about that particular day, would they talk about because we too, as long as the provision is there for say we get the right for vote, then the government of Sierra Leone for stand up and make we exercise that we right day, for make we exercise that we franchise day for vote. Make we continue now. That was when? That was in July 2020. Fast forward to the 14th day of October 2020. Today, the neck boss been there at 98.1. And as always, they ask them, but we, now the diaspora, we want for votes. Listen to the first part. How the question be asked and waiting na being answered. Listen.
Earlier, they make mention of updates of the voter registration. One set of people, all this from the last election really show interest at the people in the diaspora. They don't call for make them vote outside or they register outside. Under your administration, whose plan you get for diaspora then?
We get the intention for make we start the possibility for register people, the Sierra Leoneans and where they're resident outside Sierra Leone.
We get the intention for start the possibility. There is an intention and there is a possibility. I want to make you listen kindly to the words them where the neck boss Mohammed Kone they give in aya. The intention is there. Now it's not the same as it be tell we in July. In July, it tell we say when he reach na neck, he go get for find out with all this voting thing where we na the diaspora they try for ask for. Now intention don't come inside. Continue for listen to answer.
But that could only be possible because it is within the mandate, within the constitution for Mekudwan. But the resources therefore be available.
Now it don't prove say it is within the mandate. It don't prove that because now he's saying it before. Now Dr. Kande Yunkela na imbi toka say it is within the mandate. At that time he say he no he say but when he reach na neck he go look for find out. So guess what? He don't find out. Now he find out say yes, neck able for do that. Say me and you way now Sierra Leone citizens them where they out of Sierra Leone we get the right for votes. He don't find out, Make we continue for listening.
So we assess the logistical, the resource requirements for make we into that.
Then they assess the logistical resources and requirements for make that happen. 2018, Naso Biala back. I remember, I come with people in I come with the government spokesperson. I asked them that one day before the election, and we were promised too. It was a broken promise. They said then go look into them. Now we hear about possibility, but it takes finance. Me and you already know that one day. Say in order for be cheap. It takes finance. But there are some kind twist inside. Let just listen to me, huh? Let listen.
We may decide if we get for do and say, okay, let we start a pilot survey in the region, in the Mano, for example, in Mano River Union. Let's see how that goes.
So you were there, Europe, the Americas, Asia, and everything. No hate to. But they say they will likely start a pilot phase. And other than go begin with the Mano River Union countries them. Guinea, Liberia, Ivory Coast. To me, agreed. We have to start somewhere. I know say we always maybe the Americas, the Europe and all, we want to do it. But if they say they want to take and Keller, at least we are starting somewhere. Or somebody go say, you know what, why not I understand them for start? Why me they no can start there? Who say you day? You want me to start there? But wait. Because we all know one or two things them. Make we listen and make it talk down.
we may, if we get the resources, we may use the technology, the current technological system.
If we get the resources, election is not cheap. Yesterday, Salon Police go. They say they want 250 billion leones because they want to equip themselves for meet up the 2023 election. They were only given 112.6 billion leones. Now, NEC, they say, if they get the resources for start that phase force, that pilot phase, they will listen.
But all that depends on the availability of resources.
All waiting, you don't talk so. Depend on the availability of resources. Okay. We all want for vote, as long as you hold Salon passport. You dey out of Sierra Leone. Now verification come inside for do the registration. Because it's not secret. Me and you know say some people and they out of Sierra Leone we hold Salon passport, we not to Sierra Leoneans them. But however, they are carrying our passports. Maybe na time don't cancel now, we okay able fishing with passports then come on people they hand them. Not so when that registration process come. So if it's done thoroughly, man we no say in no born na Salon, trust me, you no go try. If it's properly done, the registration properly, the vetting process. Because when you come, if you're not able to prove them, they didn't take them first na your hand. So that 10 day, if that can close the day, my dear, the one that we get out, well, you go say, say some system day flaws. If somebody says, wait, go through na Salon, he born just now, then I can go take an eye. Wait, okay, hold up, make we listen. The second part now, thing we all know about. The one now we go make it difficult for we in the diaspora for able for votes. The finance, they don't tell we. The possibility, they don't tell we. Now, one of the troubling effects, now say we passport the non-Sierra Leoneans their hand. Listen to the neck boss again.
The diaspora, me saying I being diaspora, I experienced when I pay for can votes.
He experienced when he pay for go vote. We know all the one the week he left. We just to go Salon, no more for go vote. My dear, they have plan. I know they're against you. They not say just a triple A, they against person way they left no more for go for pull that money, they buy ticket purposely for go register in a Salon. Then purposely again you go for go vote because you don't register. My dear, you get a plan. If you not for less Salon go before now, more there is a plan for you doing that. I know they say the neck boss gets a plan, but they say post you go, he gets a plan. If him be go well, you determine, you see him for me, not to me say him. But let we listen. He say, him me go, he do him. Not the big go waiting, do now we all there.
I pay for can register there, I pay for can vote, about 2,000. Therefore, I know waiting that me.
He pay for go register. He pay for go vote. He spend about 2,000 for go register and vote. My dear, we in here right now. Who that so patriotic we like Salon for make it just pay that kind of money they for go vote. You go first, you register, you go back, you go vote. You no get no other plan. Well done, I salute you. You're a real patriot. But me will continue.
We dey try our best for make we put in place the system where it will be credible, because the bottom line is the credibility. If we get for ensure we register people then abroad, we get forget the resources, we get forget the systems in place.
The resources and the system in place for register we. You know, come by the vote in it, we registration safe no more force. maybe I make previous government, then see like this Kabbalah Hill, or Mount Everest, or Mount Kilimanjaro. Say it will be difficult for climb. So that we didn't see. Now me call man they shy away from man. We waiting at the diaspora. We not they see and so. We not they see and so at all. We wait till we want votes. Now so we the same. But make we listen the end part of this what you in the say.
We go ensure the credibility. We know how for go register people that wait on to Sierra Leoneans. We know a lot of people that wait there outside and get Sierra Leonean documents, but they're not to Sierra Leonean. So
they no one register people we not to Sierra Leonean, even though we know say a lot of people and all we document them we not to Sierra Leonean. Another hill again for make it be a difficult one for we na the diaspora. Possibility is there. They don't tell we. But now the barriers them. We for make that one day happen. The finance, the one big one. The human capacity, the other one. But the major one them. The system for able for vet say this person truly na Sierra Leonean. Truly na Sierra Leonean. Even though if he all documents will prove saying a Salon person, he need for proving himself first back saying a Sierra Leonean. Listen to the end part.
If we get for do that, we need a whole lot of review and reassessment for get the necessary logistics for prevent fraud in the elections.
You see how many times it talk about finance, review, system, capacity humanly. You see how many times he put on there? Where, just like I said just now, maybe I make previous government thing, but all will be done the call. But all will be done the call. But all will done the call. Then they bypass. Jiggy. Say there, the money for than they take. And just now, go do then can say, fraud take place because we know people and go vote to Sierra Leone and them, or because this person waiting at the embassy, now this president and put on there, at the end of the day, so then chook paper then they for waiting because all kind of bad thing go come on do. But for able, for go to and go register, go back, go vote. Just for sure say you are a patriot. Hey. That one they not funny. Not at all. But to me, you don't get the opportunity now. We don't hear the neck boss. Now I make a takeaway from July. The question where Honorable Dr. Kande Koleyum Keller be ask Mohammed Kone, where be say he want take the seats. And they promise you, he say if they game, we in go na neck, in go able for waiting, in go able for check all these laws what they talk about when at the diaspora one vote. He go able for check am. Well, he don't go check. So, diasporas. Una do you. Come 2023, you feel say this possible? Or we'll look for maybe 2028. You If you say this possible, with all waiting, we don't hear so now. But make we come with Usman Toli. Make we hear waiting he gets for we today. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, and welcome to everybody. This is now a very interesting question. And the question say, if we, the diaspora, go vote in the 2023 elections, is subject to a lot of challenges then, as not on listening to the audio, we give you some challenges then, we then say, nine at the bottleneck for we vote one in the 2023 elections. But before I go into that, I just want to quickly dissect two fundamental correlated issues then, we, as you say, AAA, for let anybody with the listen, let understand those two separate issues. One, where the law allowed, and the other one, the law not allowed. What are they? The one about dual citizenship to become a member of parliament or president, and the other one is about for votes with the outside Sierra Leone. Those are two separate issues. The one where they talk about dual citizenship, where you say if you like Sierra Leonean, but you get another passport for another country, will not allow you to become a member of parliament and by extension or president. Nine of that dual citizenship. When they be called to sin. So that's the law not allow you. Yeah? And this one we talk about, I think clearly, nine Honorable Dr. Keller, they talk about, we talk say the Electoral Act not already allow we doing the diaspora, you know Sierra Leone, and then you get right for vote in that country side. So these are two separate issues. One, the law allow you for vote in another person country. The other one, the law not allow you for vote for becoming a member of parliament or a president, because you carry another country passport, although you get your own country passport. Those are the two separate issues then. So we all know clearly now what we talk about now, yeah. But the question today we ask Triple A is about whether we, the diaspora, and then in the 2023 election, they will allow you for vote. Clearly, as it says, the law allows you for votes wherever you do, as long as you're Sierra Leonean. You know, what is missing, according to Honorable Keller, is the process. And what the process involved is about the resources, the capabilities, to put the system in place. As you say in Triple, clearly, you know, elections are not cheap. They are not cheap. You therefore put the resources in place. But the fundamental question is, if we even do country then, such as Guinea, Senegal, countries like Ghana, they vote. So outside Ghana, they vote. Why not we? This is not the fundamental question where we should try for answer from this listening. We will listen to all the audios then. Right? So the important thing is, we the diasporans, we make a lot of contribution towards the economy. As you say, we remittance system, day in, day out, a lot of we, as we talk, you see some of you right now, you're in the country, you know, we make a lot of investment. I think it's a democratic right for how we vote. Yeah? I know it's costly. But again, think about it. Think about we own contributions then, what we do in the economy. Yeah? What we contribute towards this country. Sierra Leone. I think it is, I think it is democratic and it is fair for law we get, we will say, towards democratic process. And just for go back, even this is why a lot of people would call on even the issue of the Tusim, where the law not allowed. I think the President, His Excellency the President, Julius Maada Bio, did not really make commitments for review the Constitution so that they will allow the diaspora to participate in the democratic process. I remember during the fifth opening of Parliament, it talked about a number of issues. Yeah, and I will quickly summarize some of the issues then where the highlights as a conclusion to issues relating to the diasporans. Yeah. First of all, we talk about the mandate for the diaspora office. That is to say, therefore empower the office of the diasporans so that we were able to participate in the political dispensation of this country. He make mention of that. He talk about issues that relate to dual citizenship for review those part of the Constitution, reference to 1991 Constitution, subsection 1 of Section 76, a mention of that. I think, he don't really make some commitment towards, making sure, ensuring that citizens and the diasporans can participate in the democratic process. And also we talk about investment and trade for we the diasporans, which is very much correlated to the issue of we Sierra Leoneans then for participate in the election from the country Usawi Day. These are issues where I feel say if one of the biggest arguments in terms of diasporans then of vote now we consider resident is that it serves as a kind of one is a right, give you the right for vote. Secondly, it's a kind of incentive. Yeah? Because just think about it. If they give the right for vote, like country of resident, then they give incentive for believe say you are true Sierra Leonean and that you will participate in the democratic process. I think it's a genuine point that nobody will dispute. And as I said earlier on, if other countries, of similar economic status, such as Guinea, for example, talk about Ghana, talk about Senegal, they're already the drum. So arguably, there should be no excuse. Challenges are always there. I think people have to remember this. There are always challenges in whatever you do. Yeah? Understandably, from working the NEC Commissioner, Mr. Mohamed Konadonsi, he said there are challenges. You listen to him very clearly. And some of the challenges I would just draw my attention to. One, as you say, Mr. AAA, you talk about the resources. Yeah? The resources, resources are always limited. In whatever circumstance, in whatever way they do, the resources are not always there. But what is important, you therefore get that commitment, you therefore get that zeal, or say, I will carry out this thing. Yeah? Resources are always only do for any country, any individual whatsoever. Yeah? So for me, I think I know it's important, but I think if other countries when they do them, they also face challenges then, similar challenges in terms of resources. I think they therefore look into that. Yeah? And also, we talk about issue of constitutionality, which already it improves, say, indeed, the Constitution permits, say, and also endorsed by Honorable Dr. Keller, the Act allows you for vote. So issue of constitutionality will not rule them out. That's not an issue we therefore worry about. Yeah? But the critical issue here is Diaspora, it deter a lot of diaspora to participate in the democratic process because it's costly. For example, in the past election, AAA, people that really want to fully take part in the last election, they therefore pay ticket 3 times for Canada alone. The first one, you have to do your registration process. You get your register. Then you fly go. And those things, come in similar, all at the same time, that is very important. Because it's not going to happen this week, next week, and the following week, you will participate on 3 of them on 1 ticket. But imagine, you get to do the registration process. And after the it takes time for the election to happen.
Oh, we don't lose Sam. Like we see if we will get him back. Until you know side. We sweet beloved. We lost Usman Toli, but we try to get him back. Since we lost Usman Toli, we go try to get him so we go finish up. If not, I think if we don't say a lot, we already know whose idea. So make we come with whose friend. Make we waiting whose friend gets for we. Yes, whose friend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, hello, AAA. Thank you very much for giving the platform. And it's unfortunate that we'll go for losses, Mantoli, but now the network system. So I hope we will come back later. I'm taking from what you said left and bringing me on point. In the first place, we know see this issue of this diaspora, the vote one, they don't come up for a long time now. In fact, when you look at Osiwa, they don't do this campaign, whereas then they organize some people and for their petition. For write a petition, we I think say over 3,000 people have read a petition day, and then hand over. But based on all this Afro politics business and part of the Pan-African movement, then get for look say then survey, then look the countries and what in Africa. I think that from 1990 when the turning points been come up in terms of introducing democracy. For pull some monolithic, that one area of politics where they just govern one side, they expand them, the system change. So that democracy is changed, then I bring up this idea people begin to effect for the rights for them to vote, so then they out. And we know see when we talk of diasporas that the one they wouldn't come on at their home country, then another host country. So in terms of being unique, they are unique. And in terms of being nation building, part of a nation building, and they're responsible in terms of their participation, what they try to give in terms of the economy, where Usman Toli mentioned. And we see even in terms of brains, some of times the diaspora, they play a part in that. And a majority of them don't play a part inside the politics in a salon. And then in terms of the citizenship, they get a right now for decide now that democracy will begin. So they try for expansive democracy day, the citizen get a right for take part in decision making. And another one they make equality side. So they try for look out from a point of heritage. And the heritage they look out from the point of democracy. So in looking at Sierra Leone now, looking at a case study now, would be happen right now, we see say now presently now a kind of people that know say something they inside the law way for make really diaspora and they vote. Now in some of the speakers then are the hosts like John Keller, other people say they go check. But it's a shame when they go give somebody who are the electoral commissioner. You don't get much idea about that, and they don't go blame on too much, but in all that side, don't be done until they go check. But when we look at here, the particular section, the Constitution itself in 1991, you get the chapter 4, where they talk about representation of the people then. So that side, and then if you can't take the restructure and say, okay, now registration for voters then they look section 31 of that chapter, they say every citizen will get right for you go vote, who they over 18 years age. And above all, in mind, as long as you for decide in mind for right for votes. So now that was like a franchise. What they say franchise, that you right for vote, you exercise your right of democracy. So he can now to the area of Sierra Leone, obviously the diasporas, and then they fight for enfranchisement, and the government, they try to see disenfranchise. They try to pull them from the franchise law, who they get, who don't agree. But it comes to all about competition for say, well, when they come, now this they will likely do, or now this they will be. Despite they have been origins of this place. So when they go, they lock the mouth. But when you look at that section 33 back, then you go further by Electoral Commission. It's that same Act in 1991. They talk about the subject of the provision which constitute the electoral and the responsibility when they conduct the supervision for the registration of voters. So they therefore expand that side for them be able to argue out. In other words, the law put and day. And even when you go to United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights, they stipulate and clearly inside the Article 21, say everyone get the right to take part in a government in any country directly for free for choose your representative. So now because of this now, they draw the camp, but it comes down to the final issue of logistics. Because when we talk about this area of diaspora and voting, we look into three logics. We look at the instrumental part of it, we look at the international aspect of it, we bring about the inclusion. And that instrumental part of it, now something to do with the strengthening of the history we will get, that link, which are the history, it comes to that democracy, who then we don't put that law, that article. So it can out to what in the international body go able for say. The international body go able for say, the section that side, then go say, okay, we are enfranchisement. Now we want how for do you franchise? Now big word, but you know what you write for votes. Because on side like a yourself in the UK, so on side I want like you know when you don't vote, they don't see you don't vote, they check, then they charge you for we exercise your rights. So but another area then they argue for when they come for that international side. But if they're able to look into that section, they go able to help them, let them go able to see the logistic will get. Now this will able to bring law including people there because the provision for external vote today already. So now you bring about inclusion. So but how will we include them? We will not see that for them. But other countries then when I'm over 35 now out of 115, they don't get the countries Mali, Senegal, Benin, Algeria, Namibia, Mozambique. I feel say Ghana they still get an issue with that. But I don't know how far they don't go. The only way they get the right for vote outside. But in the evolving people, they actually go to the polling box because of some other areas. Then they will say, okay, now go to the embassy. Or they will make substation. Then the embassy will get people that we elect. If not Birmingham, Leicester, Liverpool, they will go that side, they go vote, they collect them box then they. But because of honesty and other things, so people are not able to go far for evolve in terms of electronic system. People will get for being more transparent. So that the area that one day now, when they talk about logistics, how will be able to evolve them people there. But when you look at the work of the diaspora, when you look at NGOs, when you look at organizations, the charities, now then they bring them inside. And when you look about instead of it be like how they call them an offshore bank, they say they do money laundering. We now go to money laundering. We are the opposite. We are trying to push it in. You see? But there are the politicians stopping it because they want to push some things out. So that area the equation therefore work out. Where they therefore go say we want to look for two SIM, because when you look out for two SIM, it's different from dual citizenship. Because that other one back come in other areas, but some other countries they left room for that. If you look at Cape Verde, what did they do first? They left 6 seats out of 72 who they get at the parliament. Then let's get 6 then they can't come for anybody in the diaspora. If you're not feeling them, okay. So 6 diaspora and they're entitled for voting for them 6 seats then they because they know the impact when they play. They don't look out from the aspect of competition. No, broke this man and said that they no can because get 2 seats. They rule out that one day. They look at the economic development. Algeria, they left 8 seats out of 389. Then Angola, then at 3. out of 220. Then when you look at the highest number of diaspora in the African continent, now Algeria make up the largest diasporas. But what I have to say that they don't be for long. It's all about logistics and able to make a step towards that. They have to make a step towards that. Even when they look into the area of competition, now they delay this because behind the curtains, that's what they will be doing. The money they won't put on because they don't want that one, they will go quick. Then go delay and go talk on because they don't did it. Not only this from 1991. You see? So why are they delayed? Because this is what's happening. They allow an influx, just like a valve. A valve, they allow the air to enter one way. But for like come on, I know you come on again. So it's a lot of valve where those who don't go, but they're not able to come out again. Or they allow any other thing for car inside. Then at the other way around. So that they happen because they are all diasporans. You see? So, but most of them will not do it. They don't get either far-fetched knowledge from the outside world for develop the structure of the country. And now they help. I'm not talking of those who are the Congosa type, who they bring information, then those are just a small sector when you talk of. But when you look at the sector of the who they help, now these are the backbone of any African country. So that one they get for try look into that backbone of the economy for them to move. Instead of it, they come on and go, they go inside. And then they encourage a safe environment. Now that one they get for today. Because there's a long thing inside this talk here. Thank you very much for giving the platform. And let God continue for making the adhere and release within the release. So that they don't go just, they don't go loud, they lock the mouth. It's like me in the weekend. Everybody's seeing them. You see? Everybody's seeing them. Because everybody seeing them, they know what they are doing. But when you look at this story, I would call Bradford. Bradford produced one or two things where they are talking there now. So why are they here? And then why they don't go allow people for car inside? So that's a big problem about what they happen. But let them be just fair enough, fairness, and put the competition aside and look at it from a perspective of development. Before it will ease themselves some things they wouldn't do so. It will ease them some ideas wouldn't they lack. So now I want to look. Thank you very much one more time for giving the platform. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
You're most welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. That's our Usman. You don't give me what's in 9 take for today. Unfortunately, I think say now there we go end up for Usman Toli. Why they give me closing? These are the things we for really make you a Sierra Leonean mad. Even though sometimes we want to take Alex say it's normal. It is not, and it's not supposed to be normal. These are the kind of things these people need for fix. Now the kind of things that are, instead you go see these mobile company then they into different things instead of giving us the kind of network we need. Mameko Kaut Tony. Make we hear waiting you get for we on this particular diaspora topic for today. Yes, Tony, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. I just want, although I'm not the mouthpiece for the mobile companies, them, but remember several times I can say the gateway, not so they run them, not so the mobile companies, then directly they run the gateway. When you make calls, especially when they make regular calls in the route so many times, and once you get so many channels, sometimes when you call it, you go to France. Instead you go France, you will go probably outside the Saturday or which outside way traffic not there much because it's been run by a third party. It's not like when you go make call from here direct, you go to Africell direct, you go to waiting a call. You get somebody with sit down because where they handle where name the medium outsource then thing then they do. You know, we country everything has been outsourced to foreigners because everybody want to get kickbacks. But that's the topic that they talk about today. I think it's necessary for we waiting at the diaspora being recognized. And it show appreciation, it show respect, it show because when you take, for example, the benefits on the government side far outweigh waiting and go lose in terms of making people then they vote at the diaspora in so many ways. When you have people going down to Freetown, look like right now, Usman Sol is not in outside day, in a salon. When you have people going down to Freetown on different purposes, some they go for business purposes, some they go for holidays, some they go for for different projects. And some people, they go friends them way. Imagine these people going down to Freetown, they go with so much foreign exchange, then they patronize the beach or whatever business where they lost the person, they go McKinney or they go Bo or they go Usai, can go for patronize the nets and go out and go enjoy themselves. And money then the bar people themselves will get with their own entertainment center. They say they get money. So the direct benefits from people then the way they do business, from the people the way they go holiday, the way they go do business is greater. Then you take, for example, people going down in December, see the mass or magnitude of people the way they go down in Freetown. These people are injecting so much into the economy. I make reference once and say, who Kenyatta come, Boston, I also, and I'm fortunate for go and witness when they get statistics of remittances of people living at the diaspora where they inject into the economy of Kenya. Man, you can't believe it. It's far, far, far. People working and sending money. And that same trend and pattern, we self-they operate. Sierra Leonean is not an exception. A lot of people or a lot of us working at the diaspora, we remit over 50% of our money, especially after we don't pay, we bills them. The rest of it, na salon with the senam. You understand what I mean? Just for example, you take somebody who wants to travel now. Most people about one like money go from say, I don't get more than I don't exceed what I want for go with. So you see the magnitude. So these people injecting more foreign exchange into the economy. We now a burden on we own country for make we get foreign exchange because we are not exporting. So government for really, especially in the situation of Sierra Leone, recognize people in the diaspora. There is not much you get for them. You go take a sample size, say, okay, let us take 5 countries and we will see we get a mass population of people. And let's say America, for example. America very big. We go say, okay, we'll take the embassy. You will want vote. You go to travel side in America, can't Washington. Let's take UK. Get a strategic side. Let's take France. Look, the need for get a database from them embassies. Them we go show who side Sierra Leone and then they plenty and make polling there. When you go make polling station at the area, doesn't mean if the SFPP they empower the SFPP people they no more get for they in charge. Of the booths or whatever. You they run an election at the diaspora, just like you they run an election back home. You get polling staff that will go there. Each political party where they go get them polling agents and where they will witness. So it's not like a situation where when I don't vote, so they go manipulate the figure because the figures will have to be published at the end of the voting at the wall. So everybody gets a statistic and knows say the people that will vote now as associates. SIPP na this figure, APC na this figure. So nobody no go manipulate the figures at the end of the day when the figures then go free down. But because of their own selfish reasons, so many times you think, okay, the opposition party or a particular party, they will get more people in the diaspora. If I make election in the diaspora, they will tend to benefit. So they look at their own advantage. You understand? Eh? So if they say they are not popular, because some of these things, they're simple. Guinea not to today, I can always the benchmark Guinea. Guinea not to even the 10 years ago, Guinea begin votes in a salon. Then they vote in a salon, now when things go down, where you go down, by that Indian temple area. People they vote there. So I see no reason for make with people that they drag foot, they make like I say, nothing way is so it's so difficult for you where you know able for make people they make them able for votes. The benefit far outweigh on the government side. Let's say the money where the benefits where they go inside indirectly into the economy. Let's say for instance, let's talk say $10 million. They can't spend the election where you have to spend just $1 million. Come on. You understand? So it's high time we get for speak unanimously, or we get for make, if possible, raise voice to the one. But many times, you see, say even the one at the diasporans, we come on, we go get position. Once they go, their mindset different. They're different because these are the people that should be channeling this situation, this particular cause. These are the people, because if you take the regime in power right now, even the past administration, you have a lot of diasporans. You have people that win a diaspora in common, holding key positions, strategic stakeholders in the economy. They are the ones who should be pushing these things, not even for the come from KKY. Because all around those who can say, okay, because KKY is popular and diaspora, and they make it the pusher. No, it can even be the SIPP. It can be from their own honorables, because they have members in the diaspora too. It's not everybody will go able for go down sell. I know people that will be serve na the regime. When we get paper na America, but the media they make noise. Now, after when they win, they have to go down and they get diplomatic passports. So it doesn't mean say, now all man where they make noise for the diaspora, go down for go vote. No, you can still have people when all their paper. They only will take advantage because of no saving party don't can power, make the move. I will get automatic for the travel, But it's really high time for making the people and with in governance, you understand, especially people in way common at the diaspora. Channel this. That's not my own take. The benefit far outweigh. Far outweigh. We contributing, we do whatever, and we country people, and they have everything. They think, drink, sleep, everything but Sierra Leone. And they are not living in Sierra Leone. They have families they're taking care of. Every day is like a standing order. Every month, they have a specific amount within the same for their family for take care of them. Especially when you get a cash-strapped economy, there is no job, unemployment gets very high. People from the diaspora, now then they feel the effect. Now then they feel the impact. So it's high time the government in power, whoever will be in power, therefore appreciates the people. And the only way you can appreciate them, way you can recognize them, is by giving them just this simple thing. Make them vote. Make them wherever they're there. You know me saying, all side you go for put polling booths. No. But strategic countries, strategic places. Who don't want to vote, you go travel from Holland, you take whatever, travel can inside France, or go come outside, go vote, or go China, wherever side. That's not me take. But it's high time.
Thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. What's in na your own take? What's in na you take on we topic for today? You feel say we go able for vote come 2023? You think say the pilot phase where they want to do for the Mano River Union countries then for really push for Duam? Or you think say it's just too much of a burden? If you want for vote, just go back salon, you go vote. You go register, you come, you go vote. If they say on off day, you get for go back, you go vote. Since you want for be that kind of patriotic Sierra Leonean. What's your take? Nani Darling he say, no way. He say, if you want for votes, come home and vote. Joe B. Bangali Jr. he say, the problem with Sierra Leoneans them, then get the habit not for register, na the embassy them. I think if that habit they go change, trust me, if they say for register and vote, that habit they go change instantly. Because you get people them way really want for vote, even though they not they register at the embassy them, but trust, if that's a criteria, they're gonna do it. Yes, caller, ID live on here. Your name and where you call from, please.
I'm Kuruma. I call from the United States.
Yes, Kuruma, I get 3 minutes, sir.
Me, I know so many people would disagree with me on this, but it's a mere opinion. Me, if it left to me no more, the Sierra Leoneans are way based on salon. With the exception of, okay, you want the wedding at the neighboring country. I don't deny you want the wedding like Guinea, or maybe in West Africa. If they can make me vote, I have no problem with that. But we were there over here. That ain't great nations. Me, I gotta prefer, not just to demand and politics. As alone. The lead women fully convinced people, if they can watch the political atmosphere of the country today. Now, in Diasporas, I don't make the politics of the more heat than salon. Most of them are. And if you can watch again, most of them we go as them. When they say our party, they say they sponsor and done. When that party, we wouldn't go. We can expect much from them. But when they go, it's like making the issue expectation. And guess what? At the end of the day, when the politics of the run come back, they let people in trouble. They want to wear in somebody. I mean, we go there, campaign to them, convince them. Now, I mean, they call us secret ballot. I mean, I don't care, we contribute, we really contribute. And even this program, are part of the contribution. Believe me, you don't tell me or your sister say, go vote for this person. Anything that's secret ballot, if you're able to convince that, maybe for please you, because I mean, you help them financially, but I want issues. When you go to the pool, you will do whatever you get for me. But trust me, I gotta prefer, just like, I'm not going to get the country after we contribute, but I am wearing shoes. But the thing is, we get a big chance, like to escape whatever then they go through. Unlike them, at the end of the day, we didn't make one selection, and then same one they crack. But we were there, maybe because of connection or because of real interest, we can even make like wrong selection for them, or election, or whatever. But at the end of the day, we can there, then they go through whatever they need to go through. I mean, that's a my own take. Thank you very much, Supuri.
Thank you very much, Koroma. I'll tell a session at any kind, the Mona people. How long ago they put this? I think that was when the phone be hung up on Usman Tholi. Yes, caller, are live on here? You name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, Triple, this is Joe, the call from UK.
Yes, sir. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to talk about this voting for Diaspora.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want it quick because I don't hear the interview where they appoint the commissioner, what he does say. And the key thing when we see that way the man they emphasize on logistics. And let me take note because the area people in the because Salon we get one thing. As soon as we give money, sometimes people like just say them money then they give them the cash at the hand. But the man is very put out. It takes logistics and that process is not an easy process. But begin get people outside the country because we never do one before. The question you see about the pilot survey, now the sub-region, then they go give a very good view of how they will able to continue for external and outside. And we get one problem with people after, especially we the one that we in Europe or America or beyond the African region. As soon as we don't reach, we don't forget about saloon business. You get 90 or 80%, 80 to 90% Sierra the way they England and America. We're not ever going to the embassy right commission, but we register to Sierra. But whether you don't get paper or you don't get paper, where problem come, they want us to salon for help. Where the embassy not even know say you did at the country. Now one of the problems now the way they face in America right now, we don't see the people there. The embassy say we not get pushed in Sierra. That's true. So this process now also an easy thing. Like the other man really give the analyst to me. I know they try to prove I'm wrong, but like what they say easy. These things are not easy things. Not a thing where they just give a column and say we carry it on the cabo. This is an election. Will be small mistakes. We Salomon and quick. We where they have to analyze. But government analyze, but opposition. But where they put me where they have to do, they will not do nothing. So these are critical things where we say, as a government, we watch, we will say yes. These are the advantages, or these are disadvantages, or this is what it takes. So I get Ivorian colleagues them, then they go vote. I asked them, hey, so when they vote, they say, how they vote. It's so because we register now with our embassy. And we are looking, show me a card. They register. As Ivorian, where the Ivorian government don't say, then they in this country. Congolese, they are Congo, we all tell them they are la. Quick, they don't go to the embassy, they register, they get union there. But we won't say that in the country, as well, we don't get paper no more, don't forget. That green passport to get no more, not for go take a visa. So these are things we got to look at, not so an easy thing when a question demand they say. It takes resources, Not so for just call them and say, I can't have to do, I go to learn, I can't vote. I'm your contribution no more again.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, caller, are live on air? Your name and the side the call from, please.
Oh, this is not Francis. I call from away.
Yes, Francis, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Oh, Triple our country. But we'll not go tired. Triple Sierra Leone, we need to forget a patriotic Sierra Leonean. We're going to rule that country, the whole that country there. They say, we diaspora, the contribution we get, me no care whether for vote for go vote me no care that much. All we the diaspora what we want in that country that a plain level fair environment. A plain level fair environment who the diaspora now need. We will support people back home. You know? Man, then back home and the way to do better say pass we in I guess some of you man the all be in a college with them there and the way they do better and business they do better pass we. You know, But through the diaspora, we don't congregate people in there, and there's so much that's what they don't know what they do again. I wouldn't want to be listening. I wouldn't want to listen. Then people that always compare how they consider they live, how they consider they go be vote or go no more for going both and alone. That's what I'm saying for happen. It's not possible. It's not possible. Then consider we don't get independent over 300 years ago. But people when they see technology go up, they go up, and see for happiness alone like that. What for not get the money? Country go they don't only make money first. Pass they make money then carry for we. But people all say fix say what will happen if we happy and immediately. It's not possible for now. All what you diaspora need to want a peaceful environment. We are going to invest. We are able to employ 2-3 people, employ them. Now what will diaspora only did now? For vote, okay, yes, you vote. From telling the African election. It don't get no impact for winner. It don't get no influence. That electoral commission, when they decide and then they win, now you don't win. No, there's no impact. No nothing. All we diaspora, what will they say? We want a peaceful government where they create a player level full for the diaspora. We are going to go invest. We are going to do 2 3 do it one back a camp. We decide, so back in the country. Now they want. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much, Francis. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Yeah, this is the call from years.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if this call or the one before I want me to talk, it's going to be very difficult for them to put a package for 2023 for get people learn, even for the pilot project for the West African continent. Because if you can remember what regarding the exercise on resources, if they get the resources, and apart from getting the resources, they get put a system in place. I don't see how they go put a system in place without the resources. And you know, when you talk about resources in Sierra Leone, you know what you mean. And therefore, find that money, they go say money not there. You know, even when they get all kind of ways and things with money they can, but I don't think say they go able to do for 2023 and for the West African areas then, because even at that time they want to take the other areas then, like Europe and the Americas. People will forget like countries like Belgium, the amount of saloon people living in Belgium, you know, small, because I see one thing where the president go to Belgium. The video, if you see the amount of crowds, Sierra Leoneans, they will say, what? So people in Bokuna, Belgium from Sierra Leone, you know, Australia, France, Germany, Italy, even Solomon in Iceland. I don't really want to portray Solomon in Iceland, you know, but all over the place by the Ghanaians then. So I don't know how they will do it, but, you know, it's very, 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 very difficult, you know. But let them try and see if they can work out something for the West African areas first and see how it works. Then find the resources and set the modalities in place and see if they can do that. It would be nice if they do that, but until you send us alone, we don't have all kinds of project proposals and things. We can just hear it no more. 2-3 months later, they put in at the inbox. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Yes, caller ID live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please.
Hello, my name is Joseph at London.
Yes, Joseph, you get 3 minutes, sir. What's your contribution?
Well, my contribution with regards to this diaspora talk is for make the government or the successive governments they try to push or kick the can down the road, say we not get the resources or it will be difficult at this time. We're within the wall. I feel say there is enough technology. I'm not saying it might be costly for make them do them, but the technology will make them very simple for everybody with the outside salon for vote. The only thing we would need for do now for go verify themselves, say you are Sierra Leonean, not the embassy. And with verification, all they need for you is a code. And with a code, if the government of Salone really want everybody with the outside Salone to contribute, I'm sure they will build an app where they will issue to every Salone and say, download this app. We will the outside. I'm not going to say for the African sub-regions them, but after this African sub-regions them, the majority of people will download that app, even if not for pay for ourselves, for who contribute to the cost we then don't pay for build them. We go able to do that. So you go verify yourself with your passport, then give you a code, you input that code there. That now you registration. And even for vote, then we will create a way within that app for the people in vote where we no need for travel, go back and forth. This is my contribution. And I feel say if they look into that way, technology there right now for make them go able to do that.
Thank you very much, Cora. Thank you, sir. Me on take to this. When I be the me on where they go through waiting the neck boss say, we talk about the pilot survey, the pilot phase, where he say for Dwana the Mano River Union countries them. I think here say I support that. Well, I support that. At least me then see how we have to start somewhere. We just can't say we're not going to do them. Let's just forget it. We get for start some side. And if they say then they start with the Mano River Union countries, then kudos to that. Then with all the failures, we then go learn from there. Then as then they expand them to Europe, the Americas, and Asia, and all these other places, we can able to see how it go to make them better as time they go. Kouma say, he say, he prefer make the government give Sierra Leoneans we don't naturalize visa-free opportunity than for votes. You mean the one way non-naturalized, the one way don't naturalize, break and down for way first. Because who that they would talk with, but Diana, the one them way, even though, because the Constitution allow we forget to sim. Even though you get you to sim, but you able for vote. No more they not go put your face in a ballot paper for be president or parliamentarian. The Constitution not allow you for that. But that one day for exercise your franchise, yes, the Constitution do allow you for that. So that's what we're talking about here, about you being a Sierra Leonean. We carry a Sierra Leonean passport, a document which shows say you're a Sierra Leonean, a birth certificate which shows say you're a Sierra Leonean. And then they first we try for establish Naya. I'll tell us, say for set up the technology, you need money for do that and the commitment. I think a lot of thing we the neck boss focus on now the human capacity, the system, and the resources. He make mention of then the over and over and over and over. Because the system is not in place, we get for take with them for start them. But not to say because it's not in place, we no go able for starter. Simba Cole say we can't even get biometric passports. Nowhere on earth you can obtain a biometric passport in 24 hours. In Sierra Leone? You go passport first, now fly, then they fly, now print and they go print, and then they print in a salon. Then they print in a salon. So then they first, so for say you get on, you do until they get on tomorrow, it's not possible. Because you get for fly out and fly come in. I think the earliest student they give to 1 week, 7 days. I stand to be corrected, but I think that's the earliest student will give 3 days back. I don't remember. Unless if they don't begin printing in a salon, I don't know. Okay, Komase is saying they talk about multiple simmers. Okay. Simba, you're on your own on that one. On your own. Michael Coker said, he said, make the government charge a minimal fee per person for me then cover the cost of one, the infrastructure, and two, the logistics for make we able for vote. Hey, you charge person for vote? Well, finally, that case, they look at Ledon Konayanda. They then say, for make, we they pay $80. Eh? $80. We sabi how we go with that one day. Eh? The airport tax so $80. The COVID test to $80. Salon for select $80. Eh? So by say they get express 3 days now. Really? With the limited flights where they go salon 3 days now, express in Sierra Leone. So who stand in the fly? How to stand in the fly and come in? Eh? Who stand in the fly? The passport come in. Huh? Oh. But what I'm saying is, we have to start. Well, this is not the beauty of say, now we first begin this. Make we start. We get for start. We can't just see all them Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro, Kabbalah Hill, and Leicester Peak and just thinking to say, it's not possible for Clemam. Let us start it. Then at the Constitution, now we write. Maybe that one day now go give we all within at the diaspora we no register now with different embassy them. Maybe that one day go give we now for go register now with embassy them. Eh? Maybe that one day go give we. So everybody say the one we intake 2019 will be 3 days. Lucky you, sir. Now that's a good one. Since you experience them, thank you for letting us know. See now they get passport 3 days than salon, the express one. Okay, see, but right now COVID time, yeah, because we have the doubt right now, you. I'm not going to ask too much about that one day. After talker say they already get printed one day in a salon. So when I adjust the information, then now then go just input today. Joe B. Bangali Jr. say yes, make we start. That way, we start with the sub-regional countries first. That's what I said. We need for start. We're not going to just say we just see no more, it's not possible. Come on, say somebody saying a 5 flights to land alone for now per week. At least 7 days a week. Yeah. Then 5 flights. So, not bad. Hey, Mike on the comment section. Mike from Philly says, this administration is just a look for stuff or talk about. Nothing will be done, trust me. How I read and so we know how if my mic be called now, but it don't kind meet the phone line don't close. Now him be called, just take an eye you feel say mic for be talking. Make I read and back here. I say this administration just a look for stuff for talk, but nothing no go happen. Eh? Trust me, the mic talker. You just take her in the way we miking for be delivered a message day. At the talker say me then start with Guinea and Liberia first. Tell you what I say, in this abyss alone, money go down. I make her say, I know I ask you, Seth. I really know I ask you how you pass for get Andy in 3 days. Not at all. Eh? Not at all. But it has been a good day. Now we'll go end today on But me, I dey behind this, so I'll let you know. So don't be surprised. I don't tell you, say, any side where I hear, the neck boss Mohammed Kone talk about we na the diaspora. Any side where he talk about this we voting, me I can look and discuss her. The breeze must banger. Na diaspora come out. In ambulance said they listen right now. So you get for call weekend for catch up with your family, then go tell and say, hey, say I need talk, then be talk. This diaspora thing here. So when I pass the message to her, say any side where he go, where he make comment about winning the diaspora for vote. You see how I begin doing from July, I don't count her now to the 14th day of October. That's why they pack them for her. The next day we go, we talk the back. I go just add them behind this. And so go they pack and say it happen or say it not happen. And we all come on at the diaspora. Him be able to pay the 2,000 according to him. For go vote. And for go register. Some of we not able. Some of we not able. So I make go they talk this. Koma insists, he said this external voting will be in the interest of the ruling party. Yeah. These are some of the things where they say politics don't boil alone. Now the main reason they were, where would they say politics don't boil alone? Because this one, don't forget any politics they say. Don't forget them. But it is what it is. Joe Bangali, that one day about mic in delivery, you're on your own. I know they join you there. I mean, I don't tell you, say, just take our mic for be able to forgive you. I'll sign more like Kanu say. He said the books then this salon already. Now you info no more than need for inputs to the machine and print it out. Hence why we can get it in 3 days. Okay. Then a new thing with Milan. That's good. I'll tell us, say people for also take into consideration the political aspect. Will it benefit the party or not? These are some of the things they will be looking at. I thought Teka say he say if we go AIV in 98 to don't get there now. You go AIV as long as they ask her, but they ask for at least in the answer. See what he add or what he pull pa what he tell you so. They can't talk about that. So if you not like follow they talk about this, but me no so they talk about that. This Mohammed Kone is from the diaspora. In people and they listen, in family they listen, in family and they listen. You can call weekend as a bear, you can call for catch up with your family for see how then they do. So then get for tell her, say, so they happy no. I thought I say some man they politicize everything, which is true. So even now we will see you say something for day for better today. Would they see how politics don't come inside way they make no benefits? Comment say today Tripoli say tata quick? Exactly, necessary. Today na bingo. But we'll go there tomorrow anyway. My own eyes are on Mohammed Kone, the neck boss, concerning winning the diaspora for votes. If we begin the pilot survey, the pilot phase for the one then at the Mano River Union countries, them, that would be nice too. That would be nice. Salomon, yeah, Daddy God. Intending politician and know it too, no. Hey, I'm not to that go make still who say no. Simba, this name calling no ide panaya. You're on your own. You're on your own. Make me the left yourself. We'll go there tomorrow. Remember, no stress, yeah? Till we meet again tomorrow, right here on Tier Network. Triple A, Tata.